Today I'm going to talk about video games, dopamine, social media, and how removing all distractions has changed my life for the better and made me a happier and more focused person. Distractions are a huge problem in today's society. Everyone has their own vices in terms of distractions. Distractions can be video games, social media, food, outings, friends, any form of entertainment that extracts dopamine from your brain and captures your attention. I want to talk to you a little bit about why you should develop a mindset of minimalism with these types of things. We all have a finite amount of dopamine in our brains. As humans, we have dopamine as a reward system that helps us survive. When we do things that ensures our survival, we are rewarded chemically in our brains, and it makes us feel good. That is what creates drive and motivation to keep living. If we didn't have motivation, we just would have no reason for continuing on in existence, and we would just die off. That's basically the scientific evolutionary viewpoint of dopamine. Back in the hunting ages, we would be rewarded with dopamine in our brains after we hunt and catch some sort of food. That dopamine release motivates us to do the hard work of hunting and not lay around and do nothing. That is why we have survived for so many years. The problem with today's environment is that we have so many things that give us dopamine freely. If we want to be successful, happy people, we need to reclaim our dopamine and therefore eliminate the distractions that suck dopamine out of our brains and leave us unmotivated and incapable of doing actual work. For example, playing video games, scrolling social media all the time. Your system is going to be rewarded instantly. The problem with that is working or doing any sort of thing that actually benefits your life. It takes a little bit of time, so there is a gap between you taking action and doing work and then seeing results and therefore getting rewarded chemically and feeling good. Our brains don't know what's best for us logically. Our brains just automatically choose what is easiest to get dopamine, because in nature there isn't really anything that produces dopamine that doesn't help with survival. For example, reproduction, eating, family, any sort of thing that would make you happy in nature without technology are good things, and they promote survival and thriving. That's why if there is something that gives you instant dopamine, your brain will think that you found the cheat code to survival and therefore will do anything to keep chasing whatever it is that gives you that dopamine. That's why things like social media are so dangerous, because it's designed to suck you in, to keep you hooked and addicted, and it doesn't actually improve your life in any way. Same thing with video games. Video games are very dangerous because they are engineered to push all the little buttons in your brain that produces dopamine, and part of the process of releasing dopamine is the process of achieving things through leveling up. For example, in nature, hunting has different steps. You have to plan things out. You have trial and error. You have stalking and waiting and different skills that are required that you can get better and better at. So part of the process is that leveling up. And that's why video games are so addictive, because they are designed to cover all aspects of extracting dopamine from your brain, because you're leveling up, you're achieving things, you are trying and failing, you're seeing the numbers go up. I talk about video games because my main experience with dopamine-inducing entertainment has been video games. My whole life I've been heavily into video games. Growing up, I've spent most of my time playing video games at home in my room. I love video games. They have created a lot of good memories for me and experiences, but they're not real experiences. If I want to be a healthy, happy, secure, disciplined person, I cannot play video games. So I have given up video games. The only exception would be if I stream or do something for my work, something that is pertaining to my growth as a person, as a business, etc. Otherwise, I will not ever use my free time to play video games, because if I do that, nothing else will be interesting to me. If I play video games, it doesn't matter how much money I could be making. It just will not be as good as playing video games in my brain. It's not even about your mind, because you know what you should be doing, but that doesn't mean that you do it. Everyone knows what they need to be doing, but everyone struggles with doing it. And one of the main reasons is because you have a vice that is draining your dopamine, and your brain is hooked. So there is really no way for you to change your behavior unless you eliminate the things that are extracting your dopamine. Your reward system is being used up by something that is not benefiting your life. Ever since I gave up video games, my focus has been so much stronger. I've been happier. I've been more motivated to do what's necessary to figure out problems and solve issues in my life, and to be who I want to be and achieve what I want to achieve. Everything that I want to be important to me is much more important to me now, and I am taking the necessary action to achieve those things and be the type of person that I want to be and have the type of life that I want to have. I owe that to removing things like video games, excessive social media, unnecessary food that drains my energy, and possessions that I don't need. Those are all things that were draining my dopamine, and now I am much more minimal but happier, ironically. The more things you have in terms of possessions and commitments, the more unhappy you will be, because the less simple your life is, and the more energy you have to exert into things that may or may not be helping you. If you're interested in having a more simple but intentional life, the first thing that you should do is eliminate distractions and unnecessary entertainment forms that are draining your physical and mental energy and extracting dopamine from your brain. Whatever your vices may be, whether it's watching TV shows, browsing social media, playing video games, eating food that tastes good but makes you feel bad and tired afterwards, going out every night with your friends and drinking or smoking or doing recreational activities that are extracting your dopamine and making you more tired afterwards. If you want to be as intentional and disciplined and focused, and therefore as successful as you as an individual can be, all you have to do is look at the things that you are consuming and eliminate them. My recommendation for someone who is trying to start eliminating distractions and unnecessary fluff that is stealing their focus and discipline from them. I would start with the basics of eating well, eating clean, having a good sleep schedule, and to stop drinking and smoking, because those things directly correlate to your physical health. And if your body is working hard to deal with excess sugar or alcohol or lack of sleep, you are going to be tired, you're going to have brain fog, everything is just going to be harder because those distractions will be much more addictive. You're in an unhealthy state. After you get your health in check, you need to look at your life and eliminate things that are taking up your time and dopamine. Stop playing video games. Stop browsing social media for no reason. Stop talking to toxic people. Stop going out every weekend. Stop spending money on things you don't need because it causes you financial stress. Once you get your health in check and you have removed the things that are distracting you and stealing your dopamine, you will become a much more powerful and focused person, and you will therefore become way more disciplined and intentional with your time. It will be easier for you to do the necessary work that you want to do but couldn't get yourself to do.